Hi friend! Today we're going to compare e-commerce platforms and online marketplaces. There was a time when if you wanted to buy something, you'd have to go out to a physical store and get it. In case you weren't aware, you can still do that today, but with the internet, we also have e-commerce, which is where companies sell things online. It makes life so much easier for buyers since they can buy things from their own home. It's also fantastic for sellers, like your small business. But there's more than just one way to sell online, and today we're going to look at the difference between an e-commerce platform and a marketplace. Let's take a moment to define each one. An e-commerce platform is an online platform where a business sells its own products directly to consumers. These platforms are usually used for online stores found on a company's website. So if you go to a retailer like Columbia.com and buy an item of clothing there, you've basically made a purchase through an e-commerce platform. Some examples of e-commerce platforms include Shopify, BigCommerce, and Magento. You won't immediately see the e-commerce platform a business uses unless you dive into the technical side of their website, but just know that it's there supporting their e-commerce business. An e-commerce marketplace works similarly to an e-commerce platform in the sense that users can just visit some type of online store to buy products. But there's an important difference. Marketplaces aren't limited to a single company. They feature products from lots of businesses. Probably the most well-known example of this is Amazon. Amazon does sell some of its own products, but it also allows other businesses to sell there. So you could buy a Columbia sweatshirt on Columbia's online store, but you could also buy it through Amazon or another marketplace. Now that we've established what an e-commerce platform and marketplace are, let's look at the advantages that come with each one. Benefits of e-commerce platforms. There are a few major benefits of using an e-commerce platform. The biggest benefit is that it's entirely controlled by you, not a third party. That means a few different things. Firstly, you can set your store up however you want and allow it to reflect your unique brand. If you want to use neon colors and crazy fonts everywhere, you totally can, although that may not be the best design advice. Secondly, when you run your online store, you can gather data about the people who visit it. This first-party data is owned by your business, not a third party. You can use that data to recommend other products to users, show targeted ads across the web, or follow up on abandoned carts. Benefits of e-commerce marketplaces. As nice as those e-commerce platform features are, online marketplaces come with their own benefits. One of the biggest ones is increased visibility. When you're running your own store, it takes time to get your products in front of people. But if you sell on Amazon, for example, you're instantly in one of the biggest sites in the world. Of course, you still have to take the time to set up your products in the Amazon search results. But still, being on Amazon makes you much more visible than if you just sell your products on your own site, and it comes with a lot more traffic. E-commerce platforms and marketplaces both have benefits, but they also both have drawbacks. Here are a few of the cons of using each type of e-commerce. Drawbacks of e-commerce platforms. Probably the biggest downside of an e-commerce platform is that it takes more work than a marketplace. You have to invest a lot more time, effort, and resources into building and running the online store. To start with, it's more work to set up the store in the first place. You have to build your store entirely on your own, including coming up with an appealing design. But it's also more work to run the store after it's finished. You have to bring in traffic, make sure all of your features work at all times, keep your website from crashing, and more. Marketplaces have drawbacks too. The main disadvantage they have is that in a marketplace, you aren't in control of everything. You can still list your products, and some marketplaces might let you customize your storefront a little bit, but overall, you have to adhere to whatever format and guidelines the marketplace gives you. That means if you want the sales process to work a certain way, or you want the pages to have a certain look, tough luck. Amazon's not going to restructure their whole site for you. You just have to accept the layout they use. So when you're looking at an e-commerce platform and marketplace, which one should you go with? Well, the simplest answer is both, if you can. You may want to try a two-pronged approach where you sell both on your own website and through marketplaces like Amazon. That means you reach a wider range of consumers, so you make more sales and get the benefits of both types of e-commerce. But what if you only have the time or resources to manage one? In that case, it's probably best to prioritize your own website and its e-commerce platform. That way, you retain more control and raise brand awareness as more and more people visit your store. But do what works best for you and your business and your budget. Well, that wraps up our discussion of e-commerce platforms versus marketplaces. Now that you have an idea of the difference between the two, you can start setting them up for your small business. And if you want to learn more about e-commerce and online marketing, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or our newsletter, Revenue Weekly. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.